Hello, everyone. I'm Cheryl Bell, co-senior minister at Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, and I certainly remember the day that Miss Virginia, and yes, we called her Miss Virginia because I came from that family that taught us to put a handle on it. And one thing I know for sure is that she was always dressed impeccably, never a hair out of place, and of course, appropriately accessorized. I will walk upon her and my mom, and they would be laughing about something or other. And they certainly enjoyed each other's company. And listening to Sabrina and Nancy, all of you, and your description and your memories of Miss Virginia tells me exactly how they got along. They were two peas in a pod, actually. And and I love the photographs, Lava, that were on the screen, because my mom too had a gap in her teeth, and she had gotten into the practice of not showing her teeth so that no one would see her gap. And so I can find very, very few pictures of her, except when she was a teenager, showing her gap. So I really love seeing those photos of her, because Miss Virginia was always smiling. I cannot remember one day that I looked upon that woman's face and did not see a smile. Lava told me a story of how she first attempted to get her mom to come to church with her, and how her mom told her that she was done with church after having had to go almost every day to Kingdom Hall with her grandmother, and she felt that she was done. She had done enough church for a lifetime. Mm-hmm. Well, and I have the same story. And the challenge with my own mother, it took 3 years before I could get her to come to church with me, because she would say no every time, and I wouldn't say anything. I'd just go. And finally I said, "Mom, what exactly do you think we're going to do to you?" And she came, and she always came after that. I just decided one day to not accept her no. I did have to iron her clothes for her, though, or she wasn't going to go. I could tell just like my mom, Miss Virginia and my mom loved being around young people. But when they reach a certain age, everyone is young, right? To Miss Virginia and my mom actually passed 5 years ago, but I think there's a point where everyone becomes young, that young person in your life. And I'm knowing that I'm going to reach that age as well. She was just a joy to be around, and for sure. Having lived a life that covered 2 centuries, having lived from a time that a radio and a phone was in your home was a big deal. And to having a cell phone is like almost as necessary as having a limb, right? These days, you leave your cell phone at home and you have no idea what to do. Some of us, to some of us anyway. Who still listens to radio anymore? It's podcasts now. And if you miss anything, you can always go back. Everything is recorded. She was quiet. Even though she was quiet, you knew she was having a good time. She and my mom were always giggling. I never knew what they were giggling about exactly, but I'm sure it was mischievous. It sounded mischievous, but I loved hearing those sounds from those 2 women. Because I believe laughter is healing, so giggling must be healing as well, right? Though it sometimes sounded like they were up to something, I knew they were having a good time, and I just loved the sound. She had an infectious smile. She was always smiling, like so many of you have witnessed. Miss Virginia was actually the oldest member of our center, and we were honored to have her there while she was there. I knew once she and Lava left Las Vegas that she would have no problem finding someone else to giggle with. Lava told me a story about the Altadena Senior Center trip to Santa Barbara, and Miss Virginia rode a Surrey bike along the boardwalk. She was 90 at the time, and it shocked everyone. You know, and I would have been shocked too, knowing how fearless and adventurous she could be. You know, just this year, prior to her illness, the doctors were always amazed at her physical agility and endurance. You know, most did not know, but at 80 years old, she overcame cancer. She was later diagnosed with a chronic kidney disease. And by the time she was 92, she was diagnosed again with another cancerous growth. But through it all, she remained strong. She kept smiling. How many people, no one would know just looking at her that she was going through anything. You know, after her only sibling, Robert, passed in 2011, she was a little down, and she began to question why so many had left this realm and she was still here. You know, she was a testament to longevity, a living embodiment of the greatest generation. And she raised her children from kindergarten to high school in the same house, same street, same community. She was the last of her first cousins, and she still was here for a reason. We all know that. And as experienced by all the love that you all had, that you all experienced with her. Lava told me, and I saw this on the screen too, that in one of her journals she had written a quote by Norman Vincent Peale that live your life and forget your age. And I believe she certainly did just that. She was young at heart and mind, body, and her legacy reminds us of the privilege of honoring our elders and reminds us to respect our elders. She was the greatest generation. She was a living, breathing example of how to age gracefully and graciously, and always with a smile. I have a feeling that she and my mom and so many other of your moms I hear are partying, giggling, and enjoying their next expression right here, right now. And that, knowing that and feeling that, whether it's true or not, gives me such joy. And I love, love, love your mom, Mama. Miss Virginia lives on in my heart forevermore. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Annette James, and in memory of Virginia Ross Bailey, I offer this poem by Anne Davison, entitled, I'm Free. Don't grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God laid for me. I took his hand when I heard him call. I turned my back and left it all. I could not stay another day to laugh, to love, to work or play. Task left undone must stay that way. I found that peace at close of day. Excuse me. If my parting has left a void, and it has, then fill it with remembered joy. A friendship shared, a laugh, a kiss. Oh yes, these things I too will miss. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish for you the sunshine of tomorrow. My life's been full, I've savored much. Good friends, good times, my loved one's touch. If my time seemed all too brief, don't lengthen it now with undue grief. Lift up your heart. Rejoice with me. God wanted me now. He set me free. I love you, Mommy. Rest in peace. Thank you for allowing me to be in your life as your second daughter. Thank you.